in the Vedic tradition, the creator of the universe, his name is Brahma. He created this body. He created the computer. He created each person that's tuning on, your whole body. He's created. So, and it's also considered that all this reality is in Brahma's mind. So you can imagine he's super powerful, right? And so he's watching the drama unfold with Krishna. And this drama is called a Leela, or a play, because God plays a play on earth. Does that make any sense? Like, plays a play, meaning God knows everything. God is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. God knows everything. And yet, somehow is playing inside this little boy. And everyone is entranced. And so Brahma's like watching this boy, Krishna, and he's scratching his head and he says, this can't be God. Or this, in this case, Vishnu. Vishnu is considered as the president of the gods. The president. I'll just call him Sakshi, the president, the witness, the great God. This can't be Lord Vishnu. He's like chasing after buttermilk, stealing buttermilk and playing with these boys. How could this be God? He was surprised, right? So he said, okay, well, I'm going to test the boy and see what happens. So what he does is, when Krishna goes with the gopas, his friends who are taking care of the cows, and then also the cows too, they all go out into the fields and into the forest, and they're playing and taking care of the cows. And Brahma captures all the boys and captures the cows and kind of puts them into a trance in heaven. And so to try to play with Krishna, to see, okay, this Krishna, what's really going on with this Krishna? Who is this? And then suddenly, Krishna's looking around and everyone is gone, including the cows. And then for a moment he said, oh, what happened? Where are you, my friends? Because normally he enjoys this blissful time with his friends because he loves to play with them. God loves to play with his friends. So, and then he goes, wait a minute. That's you, Brahma. You're trying to play with me. So do you know what he does? He, Krishna, turns himself into these boys and into the missing cows. And you know why he does this? A couple of reasons. One of the reasons is, because Brahma is trying to play with him, so he's playing the game. And then secondly, a lot of the parents of these boys want a child like Krishna, because Krishna is the sweetest ever. So he turns into these boys so that when the boys go back into the village, the parents get to experience the energy of Krishna, thinking that it's their boys. So when they all come back, the cows and the boys and Krishna, somehow they're looking at their boys going, wow, you are so sweet. You're as sweet as Krishna. They're like, they have a feeling. There's a sense of like, oh, these boys are different, that they're still my child. So they take because Krishna's generally the favorite in the village. So they take their boys, and for 1 year, Krishna plays the role of these boys and the cows. And by the way, when the cows go, let's say some of the calves who had been replaced by Krishna himself, the calves go to be with their cow parents. The cow parents are so happy, like when the little cows are drinking from the what do you call it, udders? They're so happy. So even the cows are delighted with the energy of Krishna, who's disguised as the cows. So then The whole village is under this sort of blissful experience for an entire year, and it is heaven, right? And then after 1 year, Brahma decides to look back down onto earth and see, what's going on, and see if Krishna has actually reacted to him kidnapping all the cows and the boys. And then Brahma sees down there by the forest of Vrindavan, in the field down there, he sees Krishna playing with these boys and the same cows that he has captured in heaven. And Brahma is shocked. And this is, again, remember, this is the creator of the whole universe. And he's shocked. He says, how did this happen? How could they all be down there and playing together? I have them here in heaven under a yogic trance. So he's so stunned. He goes down, descends onto earth, and he looks closely, and he sees Krishna, and then Krishna turns around and sees Brahma. And he says, oh, hi Brahma, welcome. The boy, right? And he knows that it's Brahma. He just knows. Welcome. And Brahma looks at Krishna and says, my Lord, I don't know what happened. I thought I had captured these boys and these cows, but you seem to be playing with them quite well. And then, you know what happened in that moment? As Brahma looked, he saw Lord Vishnu transform. And Vishnu, by the way, has 4 arms. One of them, one hand holding a conch, one hand holding, they're all holding different things. And so the Lord appears as Vishnu in each one of these beings, the cows and all the boys. And then Brahma starts shedding tears, and he bows before this cowherd boy, this Krishna, and says, my Lord, I am so sorry. I tried to fool you. I am a fool myself, and you are indeed the great and supreme being of all that is. And he prostrates before the boy. And then Krishna says, oh Brahma, I want to show you something. And then Brahma nods. And then Krishna lifts his arm. And suddenly, the Brahmas, the creators from all the universes and all parallel dimensions, all other universes, start to descend onto earth and land there in that field. Brahmas, countless Brahmas, and they land, and they're all facing Krishna as Krishna is looking out at them, and Krishna says, welcome. And Krishna's glowing, and Brahma's looking at all this, and he's going, oh my God, what is going on? And then that's when Krishna explains, Brahma, look, these are all the creators of other dimensions, other realms, other universes. You are one creator amongst many. And Brahma then again begins to cry. And he says, you are indeed the absolute almighty being. And he does his parikrama, or the 3 circles like this. And he circles around Krishna 3 times. And then he goes back to his realm, and he returns the boys and the cows back to Krishna. And then Krishna and the boys continue on with their normal life in Vrindavan.